You know that pile of articles and reports you keep saying you'll get to? We all have one. But what if, instead of reading them, you could just listen to them? Today, we're going to show you how to turn all that dense reading material into your very own personal podcast using a really powerful AI tool. Let's dive in.
Look, the problem today isn't finding information, right? It's that we're completely buried in it. You've got work reports, stuff for school, articles you saved for later. It's a never-ending battle just to keep up.
Does this feel familiar? You've got like a million tabs open, your downloads folder is overflowing with PDFs, and all you want are the key takeaways without spending your whole day reading. It's that feeling of just being totally overwhelmed by text.
Okay, but here's the big idea. What if you could just convert all of that into a private audio briefing? Something you could listen to on your commute, at the gym, whatever. This is where we move past just reading and start learning on the go.
So how do we actually do this? Well, we're going to use a tool called NotebookLM. Now, don't think of this as just another general AI. It's more like your own personal research assistant, one that you train specifically on your materials.
And this is absolutely the most important part. NotebookLM doesn't just go out and search the entire internet. Nope. It builds its knowledge only from the documents and files that you give it. Your information is its entire world, which means the answers it gives you are super relevant and focused.
And that leads to two huge benefits. First, privacy. Your stuff isn't used to train the model, so your data is your data. Simple as that. And second, reliability. Because it's grounded in your sources, it actually gives you citations, so you can literally trace every single answer back to the exact document it came from.
All right, let's get into the fun part, the how-to. Creating what NotebookLM calls an audio overview is actually way easier than you might think. We can really break it all down into just 3 simple steps.
So here's the game plan. First, we add our sources. Second, we generate the audio, which can seriously be just one click. And third, and this is the part a lot of people miss, we're going to customize the output to get the exact kind of audio briefing we're looking for. So, step 1. Let's get our sources in there. When you start a new notebook, this is basically what you see. Super simple. You can grab files straight from your Google Drive, upload PDFs, or even just copy and paste text right in.
And honestly, the range of things you can upload is pretty wild. You've got your standard PDFs and Google Docs, of course, but you can also just drop in a link to a web article. You can even paste a YouTube link and it'll pull the transcript. It also works with Google Slides and can even handle audio files.
Okay, so once your sources are in, NotebookLM gives you a quick summary and some questions to get you started. But what you want to look for is over here on the right. That's the audio overview feature. You just click that little play button and it will generate an audio summary of everything you just uploaded. It's really that simple.
But wait, here is the real pro tip. Before you hit that play button, see that little pencil icon? That's the magic button. This is your key to customization. Clicking that gives you so much more control over the format and style, turning a basic summary into something much, much better.
Clicking that pencil brings up 2 main options. You can pick a deep dive, which is like a detailed conversation between 2 AI hosts talking about your documents, or if you're in a hurry, you can go for the brief, which is a much more direct, to-the-point summary. It's completely up to you.
Okay, so for all of you who want to take this to the next level, listen up. Generating the audio inside NotebookLM is awesome, but it's really just the first step. We can use it as part of a much bigger, more advanced workflow.
And this is so true for pretty much any AI work these days. The real power comes when you start combining the strengths of different tools. The audio you make in NotebookLM doesn't have to just live there.
So check out this workflow. First, you generate your audio overview. Next, you download it as an MP3 file. Then, you can take that file and upload it to another AI tool and give it totally new instructions. You could tell it, hey, cut out all the conversational bits and just give me a bullet point summary of the main ideas. It's an amazing way to distill things even further.
So let's step back for a second. Why is this such a big deal? This isn't just some cool tech trick. It's a completely new way for a ton of different people to interact with information in their day-to-day lives.
We're seeing students turn their textbooks into audio study guides for their commute. Professionals are taking dense reports and creating quick audio briefings to prep for a big meeting. You've got new hires who can absorb training manuals without having to read 100 pages. Even content creators are using this to brainstorm and knock out first drafts of scripts.
This whole idea just opens up so many possibilities, you know? We're shifting from a world of static, boring documents to one where our own personal library of information can become a dynamic partner in conversation. So think about it. When your research can literally talk back to you, how does that change the way you learn?